court will impose a concurrent sentence of 40 years to 40 years and 1 day for the rape of Colleen Ritzer and a concurrent sentence of 40 years to 40 years and 1 day for the armed robbery.
The tragic case of Colleen Ritzer. Born to her parents, Thomas and Peggy Ritzer, on May 13, 1989, in Lawrence, Essex, Massachusetts, she was a wonderful big sister to her little sister, and above all else, loved spending time with her family and making memories. When Ritzer took the job at Danvers High School, it meant she could live with her parents in Andover, about 15 miles away. This would save money, as she also worked on a master's degree in school counseling at Salem State University. As a dedicated teacher, Colleen wanted to work with and help children with special needs. An email from Salem State University read, "She believed children have much to offer and often do not realize how special they are as individuals." In her application to Salem State, she said she was dedicated to helping students in times of need. After graduating magna cum laude from Assumption College in Worcester, Massachusetts, in 2011, her first teaching job was at a middle school. A former colleague and friend said that she knew after just her first few weeks that she wanted to be a teacher for the rest of her life. She was energetic and compassionate. You couldn't ask for anything more from a teacher or a friend. She cared about every single student and put in many hours after school every day, always thinking about how she could be better and better help students. She was truly a beautiful person. Ritzer always had a smile on her face and was extremely approachable, so I don't know how she could be the target of something like this, said a friend. The reportedly joyful Ritzer was known to go out of her way to help her students with math, and had asked Chism to stay after school that fateful day on October 22, 2014. She did not know the plot Chism had put in motion days before. Colleen Ritzer, meanwhile, was a beloved member of the faculty. According to one struggling student, she was always positive and happy. "She made me feel like I wanted to go to math class." And Philip Chism was no exception to her. A student overheard Ritzer complimenting Chism on his drawing skills at the end of class, and then requested that he stay after school so she could help him prepare for an upcoming test. Chism then reportedly grew visibly upset at Ritzer when she mentioned his move from Tennessee. Ritzer consequently changed the subject, but the student witness later observed Chism apparently talking to himself. Who was Philip Chism? Philip Chism was born on January 21, 1999. In the fall of 2013, Chism had recently moved from Tennessee to Danvers, Massachusetts, where he wasn't that well known at the school apart from being a good soccer player. One report did refer to him as antisocial and really tired and out of it. It was also reported that his mother was going through a difficult divorce at the time of the crime. On the morning of October 22, 2013, the Danvers High School's newly installed security camera system showed 14-year-old Philip Chism arriving at school with several bags, which he placed into his locker. Contained within his bags were a box cutter, mask, gloves, and a change of clothing. The school security footage showed Ritzer exiting the classroom toward the second-floor women's bathroom at around 2:54 p.m. Chism can then be seen walking into the hallway looking her way, then ducking back into the classroom and re-emerging with his hood over his head. Trailing Ritzer, Chism pulled on gloves as he entered the same bathroom. Chism proceeded to rob Ritzer of her credit cards, iPhone, and her underwear before sexually assaulting, stabbing her 16 times in the neck with the box cutter. A female student entered the bathroom at one point, but glimpsing someone partially unclothed with a pile of garments on the floor, she quickly left thinking they were getting changed. Philip Chism appeared in several different outfits throughout the crime, which police later said showed how he'd planned the murder in advance. At 3:07 p.m., Chism left the bathroom with a hood over his head and walked outside to the parking lot. When he came back 2 minutes later, he was wearing a new white t-shirt. Chism then went back to the classroom in a different red hooded sweatshirt over his head, then returned to the bathroom at 3:16 p.m. pulling a recycling bin. He re-emerged in the white t-shirt and a black mask, pulling the bin with Ritzer's body toward an elevator and then outside of the school. He dragged the bin all the way to a wooded area behind the school, where he sexually assaulted Ritzer's lifeless body again, but with a tree branch. Cameras then picked Philip Chism up coming back into the school, wearing a black shirt and glasses and carrying a pair of bloody jeans, completing his macabre fashion show. When neither Philip Chism nor Colleen Ritzer were seen after school, they were both reported missing. After speaking with students and staff at the school, police found blood in the bathroom, Ritzer's bag, the bloody recycling bin, and Ritzer's bloodied clothing near the cross-country path, the woods behind the school. By 11:45 p.m., the CCTV footage was acquired and scoured, and Chism became a suspect. Meanwhile, Chism used Ritzer's credit card to buy a movie ticket, then left the theater to steal a knife from another store. He was walking along a darkened highway outside Danvers when he was stopped by police on a routine safety call at 12:30 a.m. After Chism was reported missing by his mother on the evening of October 22nd, police had his cellular phone company ping the location of his phone. The phone was found to be near the Hollywood Hits Theater, where investigators learned the teen had purchased a movie ticket and then left. A frisk search of Chism for identification turned up Ritzer's credit card and driver's license. Chism was taken to the local station where his backpack was searched and Ritzer's purse and underwear were found, alongside the box cutter covered with dried blood. According to court documents, when Philip Chism was asked whose blood it was, he said, "It's the girl's." When asked if he knew where she was, he chillingly replied, "She's buried in the woods." At 3 a.m., police discovered the gruesome sight of Ritzer's half-naked body covered with leaves near a pair of stained white gloves. A branch had to be pulled from her private part. Her throat was slit, and a folded handwritten note lay nearby worded, "I hate you all." Philip Chism was indicted for the murder, aggravated rape, and armed robbery of Colleen Ritzer. Chism admitted murdering popular teacher, affidavit says. Chism pleaded not guilty to aggravated rape, robbery, and murder charges in January 2014. The victim's father, Tom, told the court he had gone looking for his daughter at her school, but drove home without her, and he said he was excited to tell her he had seen her classroom. "It makes me sick to know that I walked the same halls as her murderer. It makes me sick to know I drove by her in the woods and drove home," he said. "A dad's job is to protect his family. I didn't protect Colleen. A dad's job is to fix things. I can't fix this." Ms. Ritzer's mother, Peggy, described her daughter's murderer as pure evil and someone who can never be rehabilitated. "Colleen will never get a second chance, and neither should he," she said. Ritzer was described as a woman who loved her job, her students, and loved life, and never had a negative word to say. Chism, wearing a dark suit and glasses, reportedly showed no emotion during the court case. Chism's mother, Diane, released a statement on Friday, saying her prayers were with the Ritzer family as they continue their journey to heal. He was tried as an adult, and on February 26, 2016, Chism was sentenced to serve at least 40 years in prison.
The court will impose the mandatory life sentence for the murder of Colleen Ritzer and set a parole eligibility date of 25 years, the highest level our law allows. This court will impose a concurrent sentence of 40 years to 40 years and 1 day for the rape of Colleen Ritzer and a concurrent sentence of 40 years to 40 years and 1 day for the armed robbery.
In another case, Chism has pleaded guilty to the attempted murder of a State Department of Youth Services worker while he was in custody awaiting trial for his teacher's murder. Philip Chism, now 25, was 15 when he assaulted and severely injured a 29-year-old female clinician at a Boston facility on June 2, 2014. He was accused of sneaking into the staff locker room bathroom, where he attempted to strangle and murder her. After other staff members intervened and rescued the woman, Chism repeatedly shouted, "I'm going to kill them all." Chism stood emotionless in Suffolk Juvenile Court as a prosecutor read the victim's impact statement. "True monsters exist in the world," she wrote. "Philip Chism is a monster, a murderer. I am certain his intention was to overpower me and eventually kill me." The woman mentioned that Chism's face sometimes still haunts me, that lack of any emotion, just ready to kill. My recommendation to the courts is that he remains in prison for the rest of his life, locked away without the ability to harm anyone else, she said. Chism had been expected to go to trial for the nearly decade-old attack. On April 26, 2024, his lawyer stated that Chism wishes to take responsibility and resolve this matter today. Chism changed his plea to guilty Friday for a subsequent attack at a Department of Youth Services detention center. New sentence for Philip Chism. The judge sentenced Chism to 17 to 20 years in state prison. This new sentence will run concurrently with his sentence for the murder of Colleen Ritzer. The murder of Colleen Ritzer shocked the community and highlighted serious issues regarding juvenile crime and mental health. Ritzer has left a lasting impact on Ritzer's family, friends, and the broader community, who remember her as a dedicated and caring teacher. It's a heartbreaking reminder of the importance of addressing mental health issues and ensuring the safety of both students and teachers in schools. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think and leave your comment below. Click that like button and the notification bell. We upload new videos every week. Take care.